My life had collapsed, and pretty much at that point at 45, I was depressed. I had to move back in with my mom. I was coming out, and I was just frustrated with trying to date for the first time in my 40s. So I found a number of anchor points during that year, some sacred anchors that I held on to that evolved during that year, but also sustained me since then. One of my strong anchor points during that time was my gratitude practice. I determined to, after reading some research around gratitude, to begin to just think about 3 things that went well each day, or what was going good in my life, not just the negative things, because it's so easy to be sidelined and held back by just thinking about all that could go wrong. So I started to think about what's going well in my life. That shift, consistent over time, really shifted my mindset, and I think my brain chemistry as well. So that was a good, strong anchor point, was gratitude. Another anchor point for me, as part of my transcendence intention, were awe walks. And so I just made sure every day, usually twice a day, I'd get out in the morning and the evening and just walk in nature. And that was became a very strong, sacred anchor point for me. Another one, a good anchor point for me personally, is creativity. It's part of one of my strengths, and I love pouring myself into something, creating something new. That's where these projects come from that I do, these good life projects that really caters towards my strengths. And so that's something that grounds me, that helps me stay focused, and also to be able to look ahead. And probably one of the strongest anchor points for all of us, based on research, is connecting with other people. So finding your tribe, finding your allies, and investing in those friends over time. And those are just 4 examples of anchor points that you can maybe think about for yourself. But it's important to note that these anchor points aren't one-off dramatic actions that you do once or twice. These are consistent habits you develop over time. If you treat these anchors as practices, things you do consistently, they'll have lasting long-term benefits. So when you're faced with circumstances or experiences that whisper to you that you're not enough, that you're not going to make it, that you can't withstand the storm, you can eventually, over time, whisper back, I am the storm. That's the goal, to shift from being tossed about in a storm to becoming the storm. Your sacred anchors become the places you return to, the experiences, the memories, the people that remind you who you really are. And if you don't have that in your life right now, a community of people perhaps that can support you through your good life project or trying to transition to something better in your life, please consider joining the wait list for our gay group coaching experience. I'm trying to launch this experience for people who are kind of in the same boat that I was or have been, and we're just trying to navigate through life and trying to find something better, more meaningful, and more purposeful. So if that's of interest to you, please check the wait list link below, and I'd love to see you virtually in these groups.